And we are underway in Foxborough. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there complete to Myers. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Able to avoid him at the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Here we go. From midfield now, Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, coming into the game, the defense knew they had provided an excellent pass rush, but not provide any gaps because he's really strong with his legs. How about that confidence booster there on the first defensive drive of the game? They know they can get to him now.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. They get 12 yards back, but it still goes to a 4th and long.
Good defenses, it's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bates. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a short gain here down to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, the run with Lynch. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On On second down, Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play. Under review. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Burrow on third down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On second and very short, Burrow going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, Herbert. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
On one, ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 2nd and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Back to throw here. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Not only was it a double move route, it was a dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip him in time. Big play. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but the LA throw left him no room to run. And a good footwork nearly all for 9. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Rex Perriman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The offense on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Lynch. Room here to run. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 6-yard line.
Holding offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow on play action. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Andy Fairbairn for the field goal try. Will be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Harris running straight ahead. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Taken down at the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle, complete. It's Myers. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, that's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Open man is Myers. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started over at the Superdome. Indianapolis on the road taking on New Orleans. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Zach Wilson, a touchdown pass, but it's the defense that's been the story as they are pitching the shutout thus far. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. DeAndre Swift with a rushing touchdown there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
2 catches in the first half. He's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Certainly no selling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Right now, let's go get 6. Check right.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bates. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Here we go. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. From the 38, Burrow. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Herbert trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Burrow. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this will not get close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the 26. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On the draw, it's Harris. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he fires one incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now it's Burrow. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. From the gun, they'll try to run it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Patriots coming out now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. It's taken to the 26. A second fake. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll toss it out right to Herbert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 3. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Harris will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They'll look to throw here.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. Oh, he shifts past him. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over first and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth.
It's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
The Burrow's throw there complete to Myers. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll go again with Herbert. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Khalil Herbert. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
It's caught by Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back to throw now on first down. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here